Arjit goes to one of the Forever Knight's castles offering insurance, but when they refuse, the castle crumbles down to nothing and Arjit leaves. Meanwhile, at Mr. Smoothie, Ben is celebrating his hero status and his fans, or as he calls them, fanatics, come to meet their favorite hero and get autographs from him with cups of his various aliens. But suddenly, the Forever Knights crash in and take one of the smoothie machines. Ben tries to stop them as Spider Monkey, but his big ego and fans block him from doing so. Ben, Gwen and Kevin go to Jimmy for help and reveals that the Forever Knights have also stolen pizzas and burritos, but they didn't steal any money from the places they stole the food from. They go to a Forever Knights castle. One of the knights is friends with Jimmy and he was in that particular castle when the castle was falling apart in the background, to investigate, but finds it destroyed. They head to another castle in Ben's car, much to Kevin's annoyance, as he was in the back seat, and enter with Ben using Jet Ray and find that Arjit is the leader of the Forever Knights there and having them steal junk food just to amuse him. If the knights he goes to refuse to let him rule their castles, he will use his new friend Andreas to destroy the castle. Andreas is also one of Gregor's victims. Jet Ray then scans Andreas' DNA and gains a new form and transforms back into Ben. Arjit gives Kevin a box of money as payment for the money he owes him. Kevin then says that he loves money more than anything else in the world and Gwen gets mad at him for the remainder of the episode. Arjit tells Andreas that Ben and his team are friends, but then a Forever Knight intelligence officer named Sir Dagonet comes in and turns Arjit's Forever Knight garrison against Ben and his friends. He puts Arjit and the others into a dungeon after Arjit cowardly tries to save himself by telling Dagonet that Ben and his team were forcing him to pretend to be the leader of the Forever Knights. However, Andreas is to be executed by Dagonet and his death squad for being an alien. Arjit convinces Ben and his friends to break him out in order to save Andreas. Ben transforms Goop to free himself and his friends, then they go to find Andreas. Meanwhile, Dagonet prepares to kill Andreas with an energy cannon, but the team arrives and Ben transforms into Swampfire to fight the Forever Knights while Arjit and the others release Andreas. But Dagonet activates the cannon's self-destruct, turning it into a bomb to kill the team, before Dagonet and the Knights teleport away. Swampfire decides to wrap up the bomb in vines, but Kevin says that would not be enough. However, Arjit asks Andreas to absorb the quake of the bomb, and Andreas agrees to save his friends. Before he does this, Andreas takes one last look at Arjit before taking hold of the bomb and sinking down into the ground with it. After the castle is destroyed, Arjit openly shows his disregard over Andreas, which prompts Kevin to punch Arjit, angrily scolds him for his sociopathy, and finishes their friendship forever before they all leave, thinking Andreas sacrificed his life to save them. Later, Gregor shows up and finds Andreas badly injured. He heals him and takes him to his ship, then puts him in a stasis pod next to Bivalven, Galapagos and Pander. Now all that's left is our Ayad and then he says, the fun can begin.